I'm Dave. This is Lachlan, who is snacking or drinking more than anyone else on the cast.
I'm Jen.
And I'm Alicia.
And we just retook an intro because Jen made a silly. Welcome to episode 4 of our Morrowind one-shot, in which our adventurers have done what?
We healed.
How is that not an obvious prompt?
A lot happened, so I was just like, what is the start of this session?
And we're professionals.
I was finished because I kind of fucked everything up. So
yes, that's true. Azahari fucked absolutely everything up. We were supposed to take a package to some Telvanni wizards, Skooma, to make nice and organise a deal with Razid, and instead stopping off along Vivek along the way so that I could get cured of my swamp fever. Azahari got in trouble with the temple by being rude and attempting to steal from it, continued to make it worse by being ruder. Then, when we were sitting in for a nice short play for just something to relax and enjoy the sights of Vardenfell, she just had to attempt to rob everybody, and now we've lost the package of Skooma. She and Astrid are wanted. I managed to get away without drawing the attention or ire of the guards. This much. And now I've got no idea where they are.
Yeah. We met a lovely Argonian, is it? Mm-hmm. Called Butts Hedin. He was lovely. She was lovely.
Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry. She helped us narrowly escape the, what's it called? The guard. Mm-hmm. Which I had to fend off by myself. I was abandoned.
You know what? You did really well. Astrid did really well not dying. You did use all your armor and your strength.
Did she have a destiny point? Because she did really, really well.
Well, I was actually not going to give Astrid a destiny point. I was going to give Azahari a destiny point.
Oh, hell yeah!
Now,
for trying to steal something
the
and then
the
running
reason
off
is
and not helping.
I'll take it.
I come from the school of World of Darkness rewarding, which basically says that rewarding people for roleplay is great if they're all rewarded like together consistently. And actually, my own rules say roughly that every 3 to 4 hours of play you should get a destiny point. So you all get a destiny point.
Oh,
Yay.
sweet. I'm glad I spent one.
Azahari gets 2. Now, the reason for that is not because Azahari did any better role-playing than anyone else, but it is actually because in World of Darkness, one of the ways you can get rewarded is you are rewarded for playing to your character at the direct detriment of you and your party's goals. Right. So it's basically, if you chaotically and just by being true to your character actively hurt your own goals, that's a reason for a point, because it's basically like representing human flaws.
Right.
Like we're our worst self-sabotagers. So Azahari self-sabotaged herself because she couldn't help herself.
There's a reason I left my hometown.
I think there's a number of reasons.
Well, no.
All right. So, hey.
So I'm very salty at the
And
moment.
you're a bit
currently
quiet.
swimming.
Yeah.
So you might want to...
Oh, sorry.
You can lower your mic if you want.
Yeah, move it around.
Yeah, aim it
that
right
better?
at the gob.
Is that better?
I
Okay.
I walk back in through the arena. I assume that is the play resumed?
Play is resumed.
I'm going to sit down and finish the damn show.
Okay. You watch the remainder of the show.
And then once it's finished, I go out and attempt to find these guys.
Meanwhile, the two of you swam ashore. You like are pulled through bars and a thing is opened up and swam all the way to the shore outside Vivek and arrive wet and tired on the banks.
Azahari is like, as far, like, because she is soaking wet from all her fur, so she's like got arms out and is just like shakes herself like a dog to try and get all the water off of her fur.
We got you to safety. Butts Hedin got you to safety, yes?
Yes.
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 You're splashing me, Azahari.
I am very nice friend of you, yes?
Yes.
Yes. Much more helpful than...
Knowing what's in the contents of the bag, I want to, because I assume I've put it in like my
Yeah.
I'm going to try and sort of fish out a pearl and present it for you.
3 successes on a perception check of 3.
Oh, perception check.
You butts head in, puts the hand out, and takes the pearl, and then between 2 pointed claws balances it perfectly and like looks up at the sky, and he's like, good opalescence. Well balanced. This pearl is on the large side. As a Hari, you have done well by me. Butts head in can get good price for this. Thank you. And then pads up the thing and starts walking back towards Vivek.
Bye, friend. Oh, I'm gonna miss it.
Aw.
And then leaves you. And you you've managed to find your way to the foreign quarter after like half an hour, and you see a familiar Argonian who's wet in commoner's clothes, like padding back through, heading down towards St. Olms.
Hello. Where are the others?
I believe Butts Heading thinks that they did crimes. Yes?
Yes.
So that would be sensitive information.
Yes.
Yes. Butts Heading has very tight closed lips. Well, I don't have lips.
I was already going
Tight
to
closed
reward
jaws.
you for getting them to safety. There's no need to put the act on.
Well, I know where they are. Butts Heading wishes to know what Butts Heading's reward is.
I offer 13 drakes.
A hand goes out, takes the drakes, puts them in a coin purse, and is like, they are on the shore to the north,
Thank you.
just around the bend away
And
from
thank you for
sight.
getting them to safety.
Yes, that
I
is
would
what
have
Butts
crowned a
Heading
cat.
does.
Butts Heading is having a great day.
Make a bank.
Yeah.
Take care. And keep doing the good work.
Yes, I do good work for people.
And then I
It's my job.
walk past towards the bank, start rolling up some sleeves. I'm on a mission.
Cool. And you shortly after storm up to these 2 wet people on the bank.
I start just sort of looking through the purse and actually like figuring out. Like you've already told me how much is actually in there.
Now, tell me you got... there you are. Tell me that you got something good out of all of that, seeing as you lost the skooma.
Did you not pick it up?
Well, I couldn't. There seemed to be a nice, hefty guard holding onto it that seemed to be chasing somebody.
You're pretty useless then, aren't you?
What was in the purse?
I show Astrid.
What's in the purse?
Yeah, I show you what's in there.
Well, at least you got something.
What did we get?
Not as much as the skooma that we lost.
Quick question: the boat that we needed to take, that was in Vivek, yeah? Or was
You can
that-
see it from where you are.
We're
Okay.
near the docks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're on the north outside the foreign quarter. Just sort of, there's a little rise just over it on the other side. You could walk like 5 meters up a muddy bank and you'd be able to see like the bridge over to Vivek, but you just kind of ducked behind so that anyone can't see you
Yeah.
overtly.
How many bottles of skooma did we lose?
4.
4. And they're about 500 gold each.
If you can find
drakes
someone
each.
who'll buy or sell it, yeah.
Okay.
Seeing as it's illegal, we're probably not going to find it here.
Yeah, that's fine.
It was a gift though, and I don't think the wizards know how much
She
what
thinks
gift
like
they
as
were
a
getting.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they'll accept these pearls and emeralds and rubies. Let's just hope that they.
Are they used? Is are pearls used in
Yeah.
wizard?
Yeah. You also know that Razid gave you 2 more potential bits of intel in the area that could be
Yeah.
possible
Yes.
solutions.
There was the skooma den to the north
Well,
of
The cave. The cave?
Yeah, there's
Tel Branora,
Yep.
and there was the prelude.
a shipwreck. A smuggler's shipwreck.
why don't you go get the boat to pick us up and we go?
You can all just walk to the boat.
But isn't it in Vivek?
It's actually closer to you than you are.
Oh,
to Vivek.
okay. I thought,
Yeah,
I thought it was
the
in the
boat's
city.
actually- I
It's
think the
just
boat's actually
outside.
just
It
outside.
doesn't dock to the cantons. It's like on the
Yeah.
Oh,
coast.
then yeah, let's
Cool.
let us go.
Where?
After you.
We are going to Tel Branora. I wrote it
Tel
down.
Branora.
Yes, Tel Branora.
Okay.
Cool. And you
Not
head
the
on up.
second boat or the cave. Okay.
Welcome to the Frost Ghost, travelers.
Can we get to Tel Branora?
Of course. For a fee,
How much?
20 drakes each.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. I believe Asahari said she was going to pay for it.
Why would I do that?
Why indeed?
I get on the boat and give him the 20 drakes myself.
Thank you. Welcome aboard.
I drop 20 drakes in.
Yeah. I sigh and I give him 20 drakes.
That's a reasonable fee. I don't. You.
Is this boat?
You're very wet.
It is hot. I shake myself again.
He looks kind of very perplexed at that comment because he's like, I didn't think because you'd sweated.
I whisper to the side, just like, she's a bit.
Right. Okay, let's go. Off then. And he pushes the boat off after 5 minutes of getting ready, and you start to go down to Tel Branora.
I would like to sit by myself on the bow of the boat and, tune the lute and, start mumbling, We arrived on the Isle of Vardenfell with nary a septum to our name. We heard a tale of a job to the north, and so we went on our way.
Are you some kind of bard?
Yes, I'm a bit of a minstrel.
It's a 5-hour journey.
Don't worry, I don't plan on doing this the whole trip. So I'm working on it. I know works in progress are annoying as shit. You should trust me. I went to a college.
Who is the protagonist?
What?
The story. A
Oh,
good
it's-
song or story has acts and a
Oh.
protagonist.
Us. The protagonist is our group. The three of us.
He turns and looks you up and down. He's like, no, won't do. People like stories. I studied. Shipmaster's like, I studied theatre at Mornhold before I
Mine
pursued a more realistic career.
Fair enough.
People like songs about heroes.
Well, I'm on the lookout for one, so if you hear about one, let me know.
No, don't know anyone.
Fair enough.
Maybe villains. Villains make good songs too.
I like this.
There was a Khajiit.
No, I turn to the boatmaster and I say, I hear delusion is a side effect of corpus. And I sit back.
I'm just going to allow that you've heard the word corpus in the last few days.
Yeah. Oh, of the disease that's going around. Sorry,
Yeah.
I
No,
forgot
but
what
I'm gonna allow that you've heard the word corpus in the dens.
He doesn't probably. He's just like, what?
No, that's party dynamic. He just looks at you, and then his eyes narrow, and he steps all the way to the other side of the boat, and he's like, "Do you have the blight disease?"
No, I had a small fever, but I got it cured at the temple.
Make a persuasion check.
Challenge level?
4.
Oh my god.
1, 2, 3, destiny.
Okay, yeah, sure. We'll let that. Usually it's a reroll. We'll let that pass. And he's like, "All
So I
right."
just say alongside, like, no, why?
I heard you had corpus,
From who?
the cursed disease. And then he glances around, not too obviously, and he's like,
That's ridiculous. First of all, we haven't been anywhere near. Do we hear where it was going around?
"No."
Well, I haven't been anywhere near anything that seems to have that, and I don't really know what it does, but all I had was, fever, cough, and weakness.
All right, I believe you.
No worries.
Where were we? Yes.
Villains.
The good story has a 3-act structure, and then he goes on as the
It's just like when he's like, yeah, no, I went to college as well.
and you actually start to bond over bardic things. As this guy who obviously in his younger days used to be a bit of a performer, but now he's a shipmaster. And 5 hours passes, and it gets into, by now, definitely evening. The sun goes down as you approach. And just as the sun drops fully below the horizon and sunset ends, ropes are thrown across and tied up around a dock. And welcome to Tel Branora. From the docks, you can see a few wooden piers. But obviously, and of interest, is Tel Branora itself, which is a building unlike anything you've ever seen. It is a tower grown from mushrooms magically. So it's like this winding tower with big mushrooms growing off it, and ramps that curl around it with, ivy hanging down and vines and everything.
Well, one thing that I can say about this place is the architecture is unique.
Has Ahari doesn't like mushrooms.
It's fine. Don't eat it then.
Cool. And
You don't have to try
he
and worry about you stealing the tower.
bids you farewell, and you are standing on the docks.
It's dark.
It's dark.
Well, we should probably try to find somewhere to sleep for the night.
Cool.
I'm still
Yeah.
pretty grumpy with you guys. I'm like sulking. I'm like, why did no one help me in that fight? Like,
Do you voice this, or do you just sulk?
no, I'm just being like passive aggressive and quiet.
True Nord.
Yeah.
Actually, I feel that's more of an imperial trait, but
So what do you do?
Ask
Standing on the
around.
docks.
I've got to.
There's no one around.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
night.
It's nighttime.
I look for
Yeah, it's
Doors are
fine.
shut.
No guards?
No one at these shacks that you can see.
I look for signage.
There's a couple of lanterns burning towards the tower. There's no signage that you can read in the dark. There's like a banner with something on it, but it's too dark to make out the lettering.
Light.
You cast, make a magic roll, illusion check, challenge level 2. Actually, a small light, super simple. Challenge level 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I get a good roll.
You have complete mastery over this small orb of light.
I make it appear specifically on the sign so that any bugs in the area don't go for me.
And bugs start. There's a lot less bugs here. You're not on the bitter coast. There are bugs, but it's not nearly as gross and swampy. But yeah, you light the sign and it says, "Welcome to Tel Branora."
That mastery, can I move it to any other signs that I
Yeah,
see?
you can have a little orb of light that you're kind of like can
hover it
levitate
in
around.
front of me so that I look at other signs and see if I can find anything that, like inn, tavern, hall.
Being a Khajiit, you have pretty good night vision if you want to make a perception check.
I haven't been to Tel Branora,
No, you haven't been to Tel Branora.
nor in Morrowind itself.
There's a bit of a
again.
gap between the shacks and the actual tower.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, and you can see even without the light that more civilization seems to be concentrated towards the tower, which is a short walk away. It's like a tower with bulging mushroom growths and doors on them. So it's clear that they're buildings built around the tower. It's not just like, it's more like a keep where lots of things and houses are all attached to it. It's not like a single wizard's tower sort of thing.
Okay.
The guy that lives there must be a fun guy.
I begrudgingly like give a little picture.
I just walk towards the tower. I was going to say something, now I'm not. Just
Follow.
Cool. You head up to the tower, and as you reach the edge of the, there's a little bit of water, like a moat, and a winding and clearly magically grown path that has been like grown. It's made of like a root sort of thing, but if the root had a flat top that was perfectly smooth like a path, and it winds and coils up towards the mushrooms across the water.
is the water quite shallow?
You could cross, but then you would be below the height of the tower.
Okay, can I see anything?
Because they kind of go like
it's
that.
okay.
They go up across the moat and then up onto the tower.
Is there anything in the water? No, that I can see.
There is, yeah, you can see a 1.5 foot long fish.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That big.
Azahari is hungry.
Can I see the fish with the light?
Make a perception check. Yep.
Do I know what type of fish it is?
General knowledge. Challenge level 2.
I know what type of fish it's going to be.
It's a slaughterfish, a small one.
Ah, yes, fish. I'd say try not to grab it, but you're probably not going to listen to me. And then I
How
just-
late is it? Like it's.
It's
Like
late. I
just
walk
sun's
past.
fully down. It's nighttime.
Oh, okay. Azahari will come back.
Come back for the fish.
Yep, I'll keep walking.
All
If
right.
it eats you, I'm not going to save you.
So
You wouldn't save me anyway.
No, I might have.
You... Keep walking.
as you walk up the thing, you find your first guard, who is wearing bone meal but has a weird looking tentacly weird helm. It's just odd. And he looks at you, and robes on the bottom half.
I've just got the light out. I was like, hello?
Greetings.
Is
Welcome to Tel Branora.
We,
Nice to be here. Is there lodgings?
Lodgings can be found at Sethan's Trade House.
that-
Outlanders are welcome.
In here?
He gestures across and around. There's sort of a left and a right and a front door to this tower, and he kind of gestures around to the right.
Right.
Does he seem quite friendly in disposition? Like he doesn't seem hostile to
He
us?
doesn't seem openly hostile.
Okay. I would like to also ask him. We have heard of a synced ship to the west.
Probably some rumor from people at the bar. I haven't heard much. Shipwrecks sink all the time around the coast of Vardenfell. Dangerous waters, lots of rocks.
Do you know where west is of here?
It's over there. And he points
Cool.
back towards the docks.
Cool. We are to meet with Sinasher and Saurus?
I don't know them.
Oh. Right. Never mind. We'll just
Good
walk
evening.
off.
Thank
Cool.
you. Shall
Head to
we
the
turn
right.
in?
And you walk in to Sethan's trade house. It's a door. There's a sign. It's very obvious. You walk into it, grown into a mushroom. And Sethan...
Turn the light off once we get inside because I think that's kind of rude to just walk around with a flashlight once you're in a lit area.
That's fair. And there is a female Dunmer behind the counter of a bar. There's like 5 or 6 people in here with drinks and food and
Yeah.
Hello, how much for lodging for a night?
a room. A female Dunmer. How do I do a female voice? I'm so bad at female voices. A room with a bed is 10 gold per person. 10 drakes.
Flick 10 drakes.
Cool.
Food.
Yeah.
Food.
You can buy food here. What would you like?
I want something fish. I really want fish now. Some type of fish.
We have slaughter fish fillets, fresh
Beautiful.
caught.
I order some. It doesn't really matter how much it is. I'm happy to
Like
pay it.
5 gold.
Yep, cool. And I'll pay for a room as well.
15 gold.
Yep.
I will pay for lodging as well, and your largest pint of ale, please. I've had a very long day.
Of course. You would like...
I'm
Go
gonna
on.
pay for her drink.
I have taken my key and I have gone to my room to sleep.
Thank you. I have a look of.
And I
You've redeemed yourself.
I cheers you.
We can be friends again. Okay.
Nice. I cheers.
So you want a large drink. You are offered a massive flask like this big of a local drink called Mazde. Mazde. I don't know how you pronounce it. Mazte.
Okay.
Mazde.
AZT.
It's 10 gold.
Okay.
Cool.
Cheers.
And do you
Cheers.
drink it?
Yes.
Like the lot of it? All right. So you start
Yes.
drinking over the night. Make an endurance check.
Should I be worried?
3 successes. All right. You have +1 strength.
Woo.
And -1, this probably won't be relevant because it only lasts for a few hours. You have +1 strength and -1 intelligence off your attributes.
Okay.
So you now have -1 intelligence and 2 strength.
Okay.
All right. So you go to bed. What are the two of you doing in the bar?
I'm gonna ask around and see if I can find these people. If anyone's heard of them.
All right. I'm going to see who you find and what the general disposition is. 7 on the destiny roll. So you don't find too many people. Most of them are native Dunmers, not many travelers. There is 1 Nord in the bar.
Oh,
Other than me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's huge, a huge man.
Okay.
But most of the Dunmer are like Outlander and don't really talk to you.
okay. So the Nord looks approachable.
Yeah, he's an Outlander.
Okay. I'll go up to him. Sir, you look very strong.
Yes, Khajiit. I am strong. What stories of my strength have you heard?
Only that another Nord sits beside me. And I kind of gesture to Astrid. Perhaps you two could compare strength.
Skogvild will appraise you.
And he looks you up and down.
Heck yeah. Woo!
3 successes for his perception. Looks you up and down.
You are a fine-looking woman.
I blush.
You have good muscles. You do not waste your time doing poems or reading books. You seem like someone who could pull a plow, and Sigurd appreciates that.
Why, thank you. You're quite a specimen yourself.
I can pull many a plow.
I kind of kick over a chair like at our table and suggest for him to sit down and keep
Okay,
chatting.
you all sit down. That's his version of flirting.
Yeah.
You do not look weak like Imperial woman. I like this.
Can I keep flirting with him and try and see if he's heard of?
Make a persuasion
Two
check. You
dice?
can have +2 dice because he is predispositioned to
+2.
like you flirting with him
But also -1
for no
for
intelligence.
no
Yeah, because you're drunk.
intelligence. Yeah, because I'm drunk. Okay.
2 successes. All right, you do okay. You do okay. So you're kind of slurring your words a bit and a little bit I don't know. But what are you going to talk to him about?
You wanted to ask
Say, you haven't heard of Sinasa or Soris? Have you? Is that their names?
I have not heard those names, no.
Well,
They are not people who live in this town. I work here. I would know them.
perhaps do you know someone who would? No?
No.
Right.
So as I was saying, I can lift many things. I carried much dwemer scrap from a ruin by one of my employers before. Very heavy.
What about a ship, a boat that has sunk?
The Prelude.
Oh, you wrote it down. Oh,
I
good.
did write it down, yes.
He got 3 successes on his general knowledge.
Yes, many know of the Prelude. Someone went to loot it a while ago. They did not come back. The waters are treacherous.
Can I get him to tell me specific directions?
Yes.
Yeah.
You head west and then northwest until you see the Daedric Shrine.
Daedric Shrine.
Once you see it right on the edge of your vision, then you know you have gone the right distance. Merely head north and you shall find the ship. It is across many small islands.
That's a lot of directions.
There's not
Thanks.
much out there. It will be easy to spot.
Yes. Well, I think it is time for Khajiit to sleep.
Yes, you Khajiit go to bed. I will stay with Astrid. I'm assuming you've introduced yourself. Sigigvild will stay with Astrid and talk until the hours.
Yes.
Shall I buy you more masse or would you like a real drink?
Oh, what are you having? What are you drinking?
What is he going to be drinking?
Flynn? Talvani Bugmusk?
Skooma.
I'm gonna find out.
Talvani Bugmusk?
That's isn't that like a perfume?
Yes.
It buffs your
But I think Tavani
Persuasion.
Bugmusk is a perfume.
You don't drink it.
I don't know. Most perfumes have an alcohol content.
He's
I think I'll stick with the Mats or whatever it is.
Matse.
Mats.
Yeah, he says,
I have a Sajuma.
Oh,
Sounds good.
cool. And he gets you some stuma, which is basically a stronger mix. It's less like a rice beer and more spirited.
how packed is the bar area or dining area now?
It's busy for a small town. It's a small picture like a smaller. I mean, modern establishments don't give you a realistic portrayal. Like this town probably has 30 or 40 people living
Yeah, I'm
in
not
it.
expecting to be
And this trade house only exists because of the amount of trade that goes through here. So it also is literally a trade house. It's a general store as well as they serve food, as well as you can buy beds because
Cool.
all 3 businesses have to be one or else it wouldn't be able to sustain
survive.
itself. So it's more like a Japanese izakaya where it's a bit
okay.
bigger spaciously, but it
caters to
10
all the
people in
citizens.
here, it feels like it's got a good crowd in here.
As I walk upstairs, I would like to make a perception check to see if they have any skooma specifically.
I'm going to say for free, you didn't see any skooma at all.
Cool.
So, Astrid. So, how's the night go? What goes on?
Yeah, I continue to flirt with him. I probably get worse.
Yeah.
Considering I imagine my intelligence. has
Which
gone
that
down
might
as
be
well.
better for him as well. So he's not worried about
It's all
that.
muscle, no brain.
Yeah.
Well, because when you're both drinking together, getting more drunk and flirting is not really noticeable by him.
It's
Yeah.
like one of you gets drunk then.
Yeah, if one does, but he's getting drunk too. So he's degrading at an equal rate to you.
Okay. Well,
Cool.
I just like the picture of it ends with Astrid picking him up and
I put him to bed.
So, do you have anything to ask him while you're getting drunk? Or are you just going to flirt with him and spend the evening talking to Sigigvald?
What can you tell us about that cave? Is
Oh.
there like a cave or
there's a
something?
cave to the north, but I forgot to write down the name
It's-
because
We were told to avoid it, I think.
Yeah, I wrote stay clear of cave.
yeah,
So I can't remember the name.
There are many caves dotting the islands. Do you have a specific cave? Or maybe were you saying we should retire to your cave?
Oh,
don't you mean the oven?
Who's going to need the bread?
who's gonna clean the spear?
Okay. I get a little bit creeped out by that comment. And I'm like,
Sure.
actually, it's a bit late. Big day tomorrow. Will I see you in the morning?
I live here, so you will see me anytime you want. It is
Okay.
rare to see a Nord in this part of the land, so it is a good thing.
Okay. Maybe I'll see you in the morning then.
Good. It is good. I would like to see you in the morning and many more times after that.
Okay. And then I go to bed.
Cool.
Yeah.
And he looks happy with himself and
Okay.
goes home.
We all sleep.
Nice. You sleep, you heal any wounds you have, your
I'm-
once a day things refresh,
Yeah.
and you wake up in the morning.
Hey.
Does my armor go back to
Yeah, your armor's fine again.
There's no assassins in my room.
No Dark Brotherhood
Oh, thank
in your room.
goodness. Thank goodness.
You haven't installed
I
the
don't know, those
Mournhold
are-
expansion.
I don't know. Those ebony engraved ebony darts are worth a mint.
I really can't go on this tangent, but I loathe it when game expansions add content that ruins the original game experience by unbalancing it. The those quests should be flagged with the main story quest requirement because Dark Brotherhood gear is worth like 5,000 gold and they're level 1 when you first encounter them, so you just kill them and sell their stuff. Anyway, it's also the second best light armor in the game, so it's like if you go light armor, it's like, cool, I'm level 1 and I have the second best light armor.
Wake up.
Not to mention one of the best.
You wake up.
I
I woke up.
okay.
What are you doing?
Well, we can't find these wizards.
I wait for them to arrive. I order some breakfast. I probably up first.
Cool.
How much is breakfast?
It's all about similar, like 5 drakes for a meal.
Yep. Morning. Probably just cutting into like a massive egg from one of those mines.
Yeah. Some salt rice and
It's not too bad.
scuttle, scrib jelly. There's scrib jelly on the side.
Scribs are adorable.
I know they're so cute.
I'm a little hungover, so I think I would order breakfast as well.
Cool.
That-
Well,
that
you can
looks-
have
that
the
looks
world's
pretty good.
biggest egg.
Okay. Tasty.
Big. I don't know.
I'm not going to order any breakfast.
Okay.
So, what's the plan for today? Are you going to the ship? Are we going northwards for caves? We're just going to stick around and hope that gems are enough?
Well, we still have one day till the meeting.
Indeed. Did you find anything about them? I don't know. I'm not sure. What did you guys do after I went to bed?
I don't know where they are.
As a hurry, we'll go
Fine.
to the ship.
I think
Alright,
we
ship
should
it
go
is.
to the ship and try and bulk up our gift.
All right. So the ship was.
But there is
West.
a Daedric shrine
Just
nearby.
we just don't go there.
I know that there's good stuff in there, right?
Inside a Daedric, right?
Can I roll it?
In a Daedric shrine.
'Cause I know what
You don't know
Daedra are.
anything about it.
But I know what Daedra are, don't I?
You know a Daedric shrine sounds like a shrine to the Daedra.
Which I would theoretically be like, it's a
Daedra
place-
worship is not a thing that Imperials do. It's a Dunmer tradition. So
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I probably would.
Daedra are basically demons to you. They're evil.
Doesn't bother me.
Okay. You don't know if there's anything good there or not.
Okay.
Well, we're going past it anyway.
Well,
Let's check out this ship.
All right.
yes, eat quickly.
You head out once you've eaten then,
Yeah.
and you walk. There are other services in Tel Branora as well, worth noting,
Can I walk up to
in the
someone and ask about
tower.
the services
You
in the
haven't
tower?
actually gone into the thing.
Is there a armorer or armorer? So I'm thinking of.
There is a armorer, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to go and have a look.
Cool. They actually don't have a whole lot in there. They're fairly poorly stocked, as armor doesn't seem to be a major attraction to
Mages.
Telvanni mages. But there is an armorer, a blacksmith merchant, Galen Berra, a smith who has a shop. Yeah.
Let's have a look at his wares. Does he have anything light armor wise?
He's got bone mold braces.
I ask how much they are.
He says 150 each.
Okay. What else has he got?
He has a full set of chitin armor, which is light armor.
How much is that? How much?
Full set. It's fairly cheap. Altogether, I'm going to say it's going to run you 200 gold.
And what's the armor plot? What's
It's going to give you one armor because it's like the worst light armor in the game.
But you already have one.
I do already have one, yeah, so it's not any better for me.
What have you got one from?
Just armor. You gave
Yeah,
it
so you
to
probably
me.
have like leather armor.
So this wouldn't improve it at all?
No.
Okay, that's fine. That's it. Okay.
Yeah, well, he's got
Okay.
some other stuff. He's got like some heavy armor, but he's nothing exciting in this shop.
Okay, I walk in. I would like to see if there is a person I can talk to for magical items.
So you're gonna head into the main tower proper. Cool. You head inside to the tower and you hear some talking about the counselor Tharana who runs this place. And yeah, there's a person just working in the main. In fact, you see a Nord carrying a massive crate. He's like, good morning. And then he places the crate down. He's like, welcome to the tower. I'm doing some deliveries.
It's a different Nord.
No, it's the same guy.
Oh, the same
it's
guy,
Sigurd. He's up and working already.
What was the name of the counselor everyone's talking about? Sorry.
Tharana.
Hey.
Hello.
You?
Oh, hello. Nice to see you. What can I do for you?
Everyone seems to be talking about this counselor.
She runs the town
Yeah.
when she comes from her office, but it is best not to talk to her.
Why is that?
She's, and he leans in quietly, a little eccentric, even for a Telvanni. Would you like, what is it you are seeking?
I already asked you last night and you didn't know.
Oh, then why are you in Tharana's tower?
Oh, weapons, items.
Oh, you want
magic.
merchants.
Yeah,
There's an enchanter upstairs.
great.
Oh, my apologies. Stairs is a phrase that work most for my home. There are no stairs.
What?
He points up and he says, "This is the central flywell." And it's just a cylindrical hole up the center of the tower. And further up, you can see that there's paths leading off it. And he's like, to go and get to the services, or go to the Telvanni meeting rooms upstairs, or Tharana's chamber for an audience. You just need to simply fly up there.
I kind of look.
Just simply.
I jump in. Did somebody say fly? Do I just like start floating?
No.
Oh,
And he's like, are you a wizard?
illusion.
You cannot make yourself look to fly and actually fly.
No.
Can I go over to the wall and see if I can, like, how climb? I was just going to climb.
It's
over
just
and try.
perfectly smooth.
You sons of bitches.
Also, you'd need to be able to jump like
I'm a Khajiit.
10 foot just to
Yeah.
get to
Is
the
there a
bottom
scroll
of
of
it.
a carrion flight hanging around?
No.
Damn.
He's like, do you need to get up there?
Yes.
Perhaps you could try the apothecary.
Where are they?
And he gives you directions. They're downstairs, thankfully.
Let's go to the apocalypse.
Apothecary. Is it apothecary or apothecary? I always mess that up.
That's a great old question.
There's a
And
TH in there, isn't there? Apothecary.
Yes, but I can't remember if it's apothecary or apothecary.
Apothec-
It's apothecary.
it's alchemist.
Yeah, I think better.
That works. So,
Gilles Drellis, the alchemist.
if you want to buy a potion, I suppose. Do you have any potions of water walking?
So you get there. And he's a fairly simple merchant living in the tower at Dunmar. A potion of water walking. He looks through his stock for a moment and a 6. He says, I do not have a potion of water walking, no.
Yeah, all right.
I
Sure.
just sold it. I have weird water breathing.
I think that would be handy.
How many and how much?
I have 1 potion, 35 gold.
Whoa.
What else were you after again?
Flight, or levitation, whichever it is. Do you have
Rising Force.
those?
I do. Rising Force. I have 1 potion of Rising Force that is, and he like looks you up and down, quite affordable, but will only do you a single trip up the flywell. It only lasts for 10 seconds, so make sure you're there because the fall liable to break your ankles.
That's fair enough.
But it is only 5 gold. However, I do have a pair of potions, actually, and he rustles around. 10, yeah. And he rustles around and says, I have 3 potions that will last for a few minutes. So you could get up and back if your meeting was short. 10, 15 minutes they'll last. Not of constant effect, of course. They'll only last for around 30 seconds of active flying, but the effects will hold in your body, provided you're not using them. So they're 35 gold each.
All right. I'll look at Azari.
You have 3 of them?
Did you want?
The pouch I have, you said has a ruby and an emerald, or just a ruby?
Yeah, it has an emerald and a ruby.
Okay. Are they used it all in?
All of it is.
All of it is? Okay.
It's also basically currency.
Because there's a big barter thing in Morrowind.
Yeah.
I will buy a potion of the pair potions. There's only 2 of the long lasting.
There's 3 of the long lasting
There's
ones.
3 of them.
Yep.
I'll buy one.
35 gold.
I'm gonna barter with him.
Okay. Would you like to barter with him?
I'm gonna make it 33.
Okay, make a persuasion check. Challenge level 3. 2
Dang.
successes. He says,
It's a friendly barter as well.
yeah, he's like, 35 is already a good price, and there are more customers here who look to be wanting to buy one.
Fine.
They are in high demand in Telvanni Towers.
I've noticed. We
Yeah.
really should learn some alteration. Is there any trainers in this tower? They're all upstairs. aren't
Yes,
they?
upstairs.
God damn
And
it.
they likely only offer their services to the Telvanni. So,
Bastards.
what will it be?
I buy it.
Cool, you
Yeah,
pay
it's fine.
35?
Could I have one of the flight potions
Yep.
and one of the water breathing?
70 gold.
70, alright.
Getting broke here. You guys are getting all your money taken off you.
It's okay.
I'm good.
Cool. You don't buy anything?
All right.
Actually, I'll drop 5 gold on,
On
that
the
10
really
second-
cheap one?
The really cheap one.
All right. Cool.
I'm sure that
The
I can
10
find a
second
use for
one.
10 seconds of flying.
And it's also 10 seconds of like fairly slow flying because the lower the quality potion, the less points of levitation it gives you. So like the medium one, it's like, oh, I can fly. You'd be like,
Yeah.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
just sort of floating like gently upwards. All right. So you leave. Where to?
Back to the fly
Central Flywell.
flywell. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. So the Telvanni are upstairs. Is that correct?
Yeah. That's a pointed question. Which Talvani are
No,
upstairs?
no, just like like the house.
There are-
Yes,
like a-
there are Talvani wizards upstairs.
Yeah, so theoretically they would know where these two people are.
Maybe.
Yeah, theoretically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a poignant hypothesis.
What else is up
Well, there
there?
was
An
There was the
enchanter,
enchanter
and
and-
the wizard Therina, who you've been warned off seeing.
Because I feel like she's one step below batshit crazy.
Yes.
Well,
Is she the one that you have to deliver the skirt to in the game?
Yeah, she's. I believe so.
I might see the counselor. You two see House Talvani.
She is House Talvani.
Isn't that?
But they mean separate places, right?
Well, they're upstairs. They're all upstairs.
Yeah. But I imagine that like you go upstairs and they're like in other places.
Okay.
That we'd be talking to two different people.
Okay.
Or not. Or not.
No.
Why would you go see her? Didn't they say she was crazy?
Crazy could be rich.
If you go out there to steal from her, I'm going to leave you here.
Okay. Good luck. We go to the little hole in the roof. I drink my potion.
Okay.
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong.
I assumed they're in different places. I didn't like you
No,
go
there's,
upstairs
like,
and there's like 3 different rooms to pick from. Not that like
Is this? I thought it was like there's a thing, and then there's like floors that you just float onto, and then if you wanted to go up further, you'd have to go and float flight.
yeah. And I assumed that she would be on it because she's
The
a
very top.
counselor. Yeah, or something like that. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
No, it's like there's multiple rooms leading off the top bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just how are you getting down?
Well, mine lasts for ages. I bought the high quality one.
How long do you plan on talking to her for?
Hi, bye.
All right. I'll stay down in case I need to catch somebody.
So you're going to drink?
You're not going?
I bought the cheap one.
Okay.
I'd fall before I made it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not going to leave Astrid alone then.
So
I was
you're
gonna
not
come- I was
going?
gonna come with you.
No. We'll go. We will go together, but I won't leave her
Okay.
regardless.
Cool.
Thanks.
You head on up.
Yeah. Drink a
You
potion.
float up. It's a fun sensation. You fly up to the top of
It's
this
like Willy
tower.
Wonka and like the bubbling, like the
And yeah, there's a meeting room. There's an enchanter's store. There's another couple of people who are just not. There's rooms and it's not important. And then there is Therina's chambers.
go to her, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
You open the door, which is surprisingly not locked, and as you head inside, a Khajiit looks at you, who's wearing slavers bracelets, and looks up and says, "Do you have an appointment? Razia doesn't know you. Razar doesn't know you.
Raz, like we see.
It's
Razid, it's
Razar.
you."
It's Razar. This is actually an NPC from the game.
No. We don't.
The Khajiit is completely naked.
Oh.
Oh.
I kind of like
that
look
weird?
the other way. No, we don't.
I mean, yes, we do. Can I try and like,
Oh, I
Deceive
don't
him?
have an appointment. She has an appointment.
yeah. Can I try and deceive
Yeah, make
him?
a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Challenge level 1.
Hey.
2 successes. She's like, oh, okay, I will fetch Therina, the mistress.
Thanks.
She wanders off.
Can we step into the...
Yeah, you're just standing in like the entrance to the manor area.
Cool.
You're completely unaccompanied. Looking around you, make a perception check.
Can I do it too?
Yeah, 2, 3 successes.
Whoa. Hey.
Yeah, you spot there's a bunch of random crap laying around. There's like very, very valuable stuff just sitting on shelves out in the open. It's like glass. There's a glass dagger.
Is there anyone in the room right now? Aside from us.
No, but you can hear footsteps approaching.
Okay, I'm not going to take anything just yet.
Okay,
I
cool.
give
There's
her like a little eye.
There's like
don't you
gemstones
do
and
it.
soul gems and scrolls and books, and it all looks really old and valuable. And then the door opens, and an aged-looking Dunmer woman in an exquisite robe walks out and says, "Visitors? My Khajiit tells me I have an appointment. Yes, I remember now.
Yes.
Hello.
Wear your 10
I
o'clock.
present my mistress, Astrid.
Now, of course I remember, but I'm a very busy lady. What was this appointment about?
We wanted to ask you if you.
I'm on a general disposition destiny roll. This character, those who know Morrowind know this character too.
Oh God.
Yes. So, what was this about again?
We wanted to ask if you knew Sinasa.
I should probably be a bit older. She's like fucking 2,000 years old. Sinasa. Sinasa. Let me think.
And so yeah, swords.
There we go.
It's not dice.
Yes,
4,
they are
5.
Talvani agents that come from meddling counselors. Yes, I know them. They live in Sadrit Mora.
Where?
Sadrit Mora.
Where is that?
Do I look like a map? You should know Sadrit Mora. Are you idiots, imbeciles in my room?
I kind of take a couple of steps back and towards the bench because now I'm absolutely stealing from this crazy lady. She screamed at me.
We didn't mean to offend you. Sorry.
Right. I am not here to give directions to idiots. Now, what was our meeting about?
I think that was all.
Yep.
Is that all we needed?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that was all.
No, it wasn't. You were to get me something. That was the meeting, yes?
What?
I require... yes. A draw. Yes, I want their tentacles. I need it today. Thank you. You get them for me.
What? Sorry.
A drag's tentacles. Yes, I want them. I want to see what they smell like. Fresh.
Sure.
So,
We'll
Good.
get to them for you.
Good, go.
sure.
Go. I'm busy.
Okay.
She's just waving, like pushing it, like literally doing that.
Okay.
Like, go. Go.
Okay, I start walking out. Mm-hmm. Do you start walking out as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Is she got her eyes
She's
on
just
us?
watching you leave, yeah.
Okay, I won't take them then. And we use the ability to fly again?
Okay, so you float back down.
Flip back down.
You don't visit the enchanter who you also wanted to see up here?
So do I feel like I have time? Or is my potion going to run out by the
It's only active. I'm making this up for the sake of it making sense. It's only active while you're floating. So
Oh,
it
so
took you
it's got
about
like a
10 seconds to
timer.
go down. So it'll last on you for about 15 minutes, but it only wears. You've got about 30 seconds of like active flight.
I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Sure.
You made the right decision not stealing from her. Because if she
seems
saw you, she would have
crazy.
just killed you outright with
Yeah.
no contest. If I'm going to do anything in a character where I'm just like dice bag upturn, it is a 2,000-year-old archmage of the Talvani whose power is even greater than the arch counselor of the Talvani.
Yeah,
She would have just been like drain health 4,000 points on
If
touch.
you're someone that has all of your valuables just literally littered across your room, like I probably don't want to fuck with you.
Yeah.
Like,
She's also has no understanding of material wealth though, this is a tidbit from the game. She's like, fetch me a bow that smells of ash yams. And then when you bring it to her, she's like, I don't want that anymore. But I made you do an errand. So here's Daedric Greaves.
Okay.
that's awesome.
She's batshit crazy. She's
That dog was
literally
out
crazy.
fine.
Yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
But
you
she overpaid, which is a good thing.
yeah. Sometimes. I'm sure sometimes you should be like, fetch me that ancient Dwemer artifact from the Dangerous Ruin. And she'd be like, here is like a beer. The end. All right. So
Okay.
you head to the enchanter.
Yep.
Cool. There is an enchanter. They are selling. What are you chasing? And they have a range of enchanted equipment.
I would love like an amulet. If there's anything to do with water breathing or something, that would be sick. Otherwise, healing would be kind of nice.
I mean, a destiny roll.
Restoration, sorry.
That was a 10.
That was 10.
There's no amulet of water breathing.
That's cool.
That would be pretty specific.
What does it mean, amulet?
Healing either.
Okay.
He mostly sells
I like
weapons. He has a range of magically enchanted weapons.
Unarmed combat is literally like I can't have anything on me, right? In order to be considered on. Like if I get
I'm going to
knuckle
destiny roll this as well.
Ooh.
That's a 20.
So he looks you up and down. He's an older man.
Yes, Khajiit, do you favor your claws? You seem looking for enchantments.
Yes.
I have an exquisite example that I got from elsewhere and did my magic on. If you'd like to see it.
He brings it out. And you see it is clearly for a Khajiit, but it's like exquisite, sort of Arabian aesthetic of golden ringlets that like go.
Ah,
Each one has these little
Sick.
filigree chains that are really delicate and head down to these like golden bracer cuffs, and these chains go to the tip of each finger, and there's like a ring that goes around the edge of each of the claws, and the little when you push your claws out, it goes through this golden filigree, so it has like this decorative sort of wrap on it. And then the bottom side of it has these little gentle, delicate, like silk things hanging down. And then he says,
There are many foes on Vattenfell that incorporeal, the Dhanma worship brings. It is not what the Imperials would call necromancy, but our spirits protect us. However, they are protected from the mundane. These are enchanted to imbue your strikes as a Khajiit with the aspect of fire.
how much?
with a 20 on the destiny roll, he says,
But I do not get many Khajiit customers. On this day, I will be willing to part with them for 500 drakes.
I pull out the ruby.
Mm-hmm.
I pull out the emerald. And I put my 110 drakes.
you have like 5 pearls as well.
But they're for the people.
I mean, maybe. That's you.
So
they-
were the emeralds and the rubies.
Yeah.
I put that on the table. And how much does that equate to?
that equates to
Like 300 maybe?
a ruby is 200, an
Uh-huh.
emerald is 150. And that's if he was to give you a direct, so that's 350, 450 with the things. And he says, make a persuasion check.
Oh, persuasion, sorry.
Yep. 2 successes.
Just,
You're not unpolite. Make it 3 with a destiny.
Do anything.
It'll help, but it won't make the problem go away. Like, you're going to spend a destiny.
I really want.
He says,
I cannot take these at their market price. I need a profit margin. Surely I saw more in that bag. You have more wealth.
How many pearls are in there?
5.
I take out a pearl.
And he's like,
Are there more in that bag?
How much is a pearl worth?
100 at full cost. Like, that's if you got your
If I-
best price for it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can I butt in and be like, they're for someone else? Can I try and like persuade him or something?
He doesn't. You can make a persuasion check. Yeah. To try and cancel Azahari's deal.
Yeah.
I will go a clam hunting for more pearls. Like, it's fine.
With a 1, he just is like,
This is a deal in progress. Yes,
I pull out one more pearl and reluctantly look at it and put it on the table. Put 2 down.
there is still more in that bag.
How much is that now?
It's
at full cost price, you're looking at 650. But that's if you were to sell and get the best maximum market price. This is a retail guy, right? Like, he wants to make a margin. He says,
Yeah. I get it.
With 3. Just be upfront. How many of them do you have?
Don't do it. 5.
You can keep your drakes. And I will take the gems and pearls.
Okay.
and you get to keep your 100 drakes, but he wants all 5 pearls and the ruby and the emerald.
Sure. There you go.
So it's 850 worth
We need
for
those.
500.
It's fine.
We
And he
need
just he
those.
slides them across, and then he says,
The ringlets are yours.
Put them on.
"Cool."
Hell yeah.
Congratulations.
I shake my head in disappointment.
Yeah.
Azahari fences stolen goods and has beautiful, beautiful, intricate gold filigree, Elsewerian Khajiit claw things. And then they descend down, and Ferdinand, make a perception check.
Oh, please make me choose. 1,
3
2,
successes.
3.
You notice that Azahari is wearing beautiful gold filigree, Elsewerian looking hand things that are faintly glowing with an aura of magic.
I just nod to myself. I think I'm smart enough with 1 point intelligence to put 2 and 2 together
Yep.
and go like, no worries.
All right. And now where are you headed?
To the ship.
I think we've wasted enough time.
All right. So how are you getting there? You got to swim because it's islands.
There's no boat that goes.
Nope.
No, yep, we'll swim.
No,
no
there's no
boat.
such thing as a boat rental, is there?
Not here.
No,
So,
we just-
Astrid, can I get you to make a survival check to lead the gang to navigate to your destination?
I'd often make one, but I think that's just a joke waiting to happen.
Yeah, that's 2 successes. You lead in the right direction. Now, I'm going to get all of you to make a
I have
swim
my
check,
sword
challenge level
drawn.
2, and a destiny roll of 16.
I have my sword drawn because I know slaughter fisheries.
I get
4 successes. Azahari is a good swimmer. 3 successes. You must be descended from like a Bengal tiger. Like you actually like swimming. And 1
To be
success.
fair, I have a sword out there. I'm going to blame it on that.
Okay, so the 2 of you swim with like excellent ability. You are struggling. The currents lap and push. Thankfully, no hostility has come about at this stage. But yeah, you're really struggling. And as you cough and splutter, as you attempt to make these swims, you get more and more exhausted over the course of this journey. And eventually you see this shipwreck crushed against the rock ahead of you. You manage to get there, swallowing gulps of salty water as you're like desperately running out of breath. These 2 are just like swimming confidently.
I'm going to stop on one of the nearby islands. So there was a bunch of islands, tiny ones scattered around, or a rock, something that's...
Yeah, there's like
above the
jagged rocks
sources
and like
above-
the currents lapping waves against everything. It's pretty dangerous water here. You can attempt to get to shore.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get as close as I can to shore, and then if it looks like I'm in danger of drowning and or being crashed against a rock, I'll pop a potion.
Okay, make another swim check. 3. So you managed to swim to shore,
Get my
spluttering
second
and
win.
coughing. But that journey, because failing forward, that journey has cost you, and you now are going to have -1 off physical-based checks for a little bit of time, for like probably half an hour to an hour.
We'll see.
And you 2 can just swim straight to the boat. Ferdinand, you can now watch them swim across towards the boat, coughing and spluttering.
I'll catch up in a minute and look around and make sure there's nothing on this little rock that's attempting to eat me.
Ferdinand, over the next 5 minutes as you watch your friends leave, something about the way that was a destiny roll of 3 for podcast listeners. Something about the way you spluttered to the shore, you see in the water, it's like you've stirred up. You're on a very small island, like literally comical tropical island, like 1 palm tree small. Slaughterfish are just like swarming around the outside. You can see like a dozen of them circling the little bit of land that you're on. Cool. Shipwreck. You 2 arrive at the shipwreck. Luckily, there's no slaughterfish in the water. They all seem to have swam off towards some kind of
Ferdinand has
stir it up
distracted
water.
them.
Yeah.
Cool. Probably
I-
for the best. You
can
didn't
I,
have
like-
water breathing.
I've got a sword. Can I like stab them from the shore? Without...
I'm going to say they're pretty deftly moving, and for you to get close enough, they'd be close enough to bite your ankles. So,
I want to just start diving and scoping out everything, so enough that I don't drown myself.
Yep.
But just see how big the ship is, what position it's in,
yeah,
if there's any ports and
it's
stuff.
aligned pretty normally. You can clamber onto the top deck. It's above water. It's not underwater. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
smashed up against rocks.
Oh.
You can clamber onto the deck. The ship's cabin is accessible, and a hatch to the underbelly of the ship
Okay.
is also accessible.
I turn to Astrid and say, just be ready.
Yeah. Do we know this is the prelude?
Yeah.
Could this be any ship?
You assume it is. It's fine.
I would like to make the most of my situation and attempt to make more of a ruckus to draw any further sea-dwelling hostiles towards me.
Destiny roll 6.
Do I somehow drive them away?
You succeed.
Oh, no.
And a couple of drow are drawn in. These like basically imagine a male mermaid, but instead of like also a crab. So like crab claw hands and like
Ursula.
tentacles, Ursula, like bottom half of the body, and they're like swarming around, and they look very aggressive. Now we're gonna leave Ferdinand because we got to deal with this shipwreck.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing?
Let's do the captain's quarters are above the
Yep.
ocean. Let's do the captain's quarters first.
Cool.
Yeah.
You open the door to the captain's quarters.
It's open.
Yep, it's open.
Cool.
Cool. Swings open.
Cool. Perception check.
Do you
We
both
leave.
go in?
Yeah, I'll come with.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a chest on the far side of the room.
I want to first check for any traps.
After you've opened the door and walked in,
I totally forgot that's an ability I
you
have.
open the door. What's that from? Oh, just
Being a thief.
do you have it as a?
Yeah.
Okay, make a check for traps. As you've already opened the door.
It's fine.
For those of us in Morrowind.
4.
4 successes. The door was not trapped, and the chest across the room doesn't appear trapped.
I'll go for the chest.
Cool. You walk across the chest. Do you going with Astrid?
I'll stand by the door and keep guard.
Okay.
Because you're the thief. Like
Are
if
you
it's
hold-
locked, you could lock pick
Are you
it. So
holding
I'll let
the-
you do your thing, and I'll just. Am I holding the door?
Are you holding the door open, or are you going inside fully?
I am holding the door open.
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
just gonna keep watch.
You head up to the chest and open
Yep.
it.
It's open.
Yep. No. Well, okay. No, it wouldn't. It's locked. You got to unlock it. Lockpick that. Mm-hmm. You got lock picking as
I
a skill.
do.
Sick. Pick that lock.
It's only 5 though.
No
Nope.
successes.
I break it.
You break your pick. Snap.
Okay, what's it made out of?
Wood.
How heavy is it?
Moderately heavy. You don't think you could swim back with it? Be too hard to carry and swim with.
hard to
It's like a small chest.
I bring it over to Astrid.
Can I try and axe it
Mm-hmm.
open? Like,
Sure. We'll give you one chance to do that. Make an attack.
is that like
Challenge level 5.
combat or?
It's a smaller chest. Challenge level 4. Yeah, just make a full 8 dice
7.
combat roll. If you get 4, you smash it open.
Okay.
3 successes. And with that, your axe hits it. And it like,
Can I? Oh.
you can if you want to spend a destiny.
Did you remember that you got one? Did you remember to add the one that you got back?
Yeah, I've got 2 now.
Up to you. You don't have to.
Yeah, I used it. I really want to know what's inside.
Okay. Your axe hits a bit of metal and you feel like it was just about to twang off to the side, but like you twist at the last minute, maybe fate intervenes and it just slices through. The lock explodes off the front of the chest and the lid falls open. And inside, amongst basically junk, paperwork and stuff that's been drowned by being wet from rising tides, there is 100 drakes.
Okay.
I offer it to Astrid. Like I told
I'm
you.
taking that for myself. Yeah.
Cool. And you can head downstairs.
That was all that was in this.
That was all that was in
Cool.
this.
Yep, I opened the hatch for the downstairs.
You open the hatch and head downstairs, both of you.
It's underwater.
A ghost flashes towards you, a robed ghost just swarming towards you, like swimming through the air with claws coming at you. And it's immediately combat.
Okay. Oh
I
god.
will
And
take advantage of this.
yeah, no
and
worries.
just-
Astrid,
Yeah.
what's your reflexes?
1.
1. So you declare last, but you act first. What's your
also
reflex?
1.
Roll off. See who's first between the two of you.
No, it's gonna
1.
be you.
Okay, we'll just call it. Okay. So this thing has also got 1 reflexes. 5. All right, now you do need to roll.
I'm on 6.
A 1. So it acts first, but declares
Declares
last.
last.
So what are the two of you doing?
I open up my claws and go to slash it with my unarmed.
Okay.
combat. But with the things on, obviously.
Yeah.
Who's in front out of you two?
Probably
I'm
me
I'm
because I
still,
opened it
like,
up.
putting the coins in my purse.
Yeah, I opened it up
from,
and went
yeah.
down first, so I would
Okay.
assume I'm in front.
Yeah, I just attack it.
You just going to attack it?
Yeah.
No worries. It reaches its hand out towards you and rolls 3 successes. Can you make an endurance check? Because it is not fighting you under the same rules.
Okay. Two.
2. So it beat you. You take a minor. It beat you by 1. You take a minor injury that you cannot block or defend against in any way. You have a -1, but it won't apply to this dice roll. Now, Ghost defensive roll. So it used a spell on you, is what that was.
Yeah.
Used Ghost Curse. So you feel immediately tired as your like life force is drained from you by this undead creature. Now, defensively, it rolled 3, so you can now both roll attacks against it.
Cool.
Okay.
You go first.
So, sorry, can I ask why I get 8
Because you get +1 for your axe.
for my axe? Okay.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 7, 8. Okay. Oh, sorry. That was. Is there another one?
1, 2, 3, 4,
No,
5,
that's
6,
correct.
7, 8.
So you get a level 1 victory on it. What would you like to do?
Harm it.
Just hurt it.
Like hurt it. Yeah.
Your roll.
1, 2,
3, 4. And your claws are enhanced with fire magic. So I'm gonna just give you an if you hit, it does an extra damage because it like burns. So you get 4. You both get a level 1 victory. So Astrid, you go to inflict a wound. You swing your axe and just go straight through and hits the ground beneath that ghost. It's completely immune to your attacks.
Damn.
As a hurry, you
yeah.
swing your claws into it and your hands just pass through this incorporeal body, completely unable to harm it. But as like halfway through, you then see rakes of fire like rip through the incorporeal form as in the shape of your claws, as if the magic is like ghosting as a trail behind you. And you inflict a level 2 injury, level 1 from your level 1 +1 from the fire onto this ghost.
Hey!
Cool.
Nice. Okay.
Next round.
Go to do the exact same thing again. But do we need to re-roll off and you guys roll off?
No, so it's the same order. So
Oh, okay. Easy.
it's just going to fight. You guys are just going to fight.
Same
You have
game.
-1.
Yep.
It has -2. And it is going to ghost touch you again. It gets 2 successes. So you roll your endurance at -1.
So that's 4. 2.
You pass, so it's just ties, so nothing happens. And then its combat roll for defense is 2 successes. So you guys are rolling against 2.
Okay. Do I have to do endurance as well, or can I just?
No, because it's not attack. It's not casting anything on you. So
Okay.
it's spending its full attention to cast
okay.
spells against.
So minor injury also includes combat roll.
Yeah,
Yep.
-1 for everything.
So I got 7.
I'd like to attack it with my ice.
Hell yeah!
Two.
So you do nothing.
Okay.
All right, so you swing in 8 dice. You need to get
Yeah.
more than 2.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, hey!
6. You get a level 4 victory. Now give us some flourish. As ice encases your blade with Nordic energy, what do you do? Because you kill it. So
Yeah.
how do you do it? What's it look like?
I slice it like from the neck to like the hip in like a diagonal.
Awesome. And as you swing through and the axe, it starts to pass through and then this Nordic ice just pulls around and cuts through. It's almost like the wispy form turns solid where the ice meets it as this like ethereal energy freezes. And then as you fully cleave it through, and you imagine it passing through smoke and it kind of mists around and then rejoins, the edges where it would rejoin are actually frozen magically. And then like the 2 halves of the ghost slide off each other and then just disappear up into the sky and are
Hell
completely
yeah.
gone.
Hey!
And then
Yes. Got it.
green slime drops onto the ground.
Ew. Do we know
I
about that green
touch
slime?
it
Yeah.
and I lick it.
Ooh.
Cool. You make an endurance check.
One.
1. Okay, cool. You have -1 strength.
Okay. From now on.
Yep.
Okay.
As you immediately taste it, a undead curse just like pours through your body.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay. Azahari they killed a ghost. Azahari ate ectoplasm. And now has drained strength effect on it.
Like you're paraphrasing, you're like, oh, she ate something off the ground.
Why is it every time we go for a break, I come back and Azahari's eating something?
Okay, so you're now in the
She's just
room.
killed.
Explore
Okay.
the room, yeah.
You explore the room.
I want to check for traps as well.
I'm just going to make it easy for you. Are no traps.
Yeah, great.
You find a chest with another 100 drakes in it, but it's unlocked.
Yeah.
It's just some travel money, and there's a hatch downstairs. But you're wading in water, by the way.
Say it's
in this
underwater,
level.
yeah.
So
Okay.
downstairs is completely underwater.
Can I at least open
and completely dark.
Can I open it while we're above water?
You can open it.
Okay.
It's very difficult. Yeah. And then you pull it open. Some water like displaces and
Okay, I'm gonna open it and say, I'll check. I'll be back,
Okay.
cool.
and I'll dive in, and I just want to look around and go straight back up.
All right. Make a swim check. You have -2 dice.
-2. Why 2? Oh,
Because
because
swim is a strength ability. So
Okay.
you have -1 because you have -1 strength.
And then I've only got 1 in, and I've got the minor injury.
And you got a minor injury.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 3 dice. Yeah.
Challenge level, my eyes are closed. Challenge level for this to swim is 2.
Yep.
Cool. So you swim down and have a quick look around. You have Khajiit eyesight, so you manage to spot on the very far edge. It's going to be a long swim to the front of the boat. There is a crate that is leaning open, and your excellent night vision catches the shape of skooma bottles and smuggler's gear.
Yeah, I'll go for it. I'll just go for it.
All right.
Yep.
I'm going to get you to make a endurance check. Challenge level 2 to get there and back.
All right, I'm gonna use my destiny if I don't make it. If
Okay.
it's to...
Because you're at -2 for this too, right?
Yep. Yes, that's the correct roll.
Have you got 5 usually
Yes,
for endurance?
yes,
Cool. You
correct.
succeed. You manage to swim to the other end and you pull out 4 bottles of skooma
Hey!
from a crate, as well as a bag. A jar, a sealed jar, and you can read in. I'm going to assume, I don't actually know this, but I'm assuming there's like a Khajiit language from Elsewhere. There's a jar of Elsewerian moon sugar, but it is sealed with a stopper, so it's unlikely to be. There's like a wax stopper on it.
We're having
Yeah.
a party tonight, guys.
Cool.
We're having a party.
And you swim back,
yeah.
and you come up from the water with 4 vials of moon sugar and a thing of 4 things of skooma.
I
and a
like
thing of
pop
moon.
it on like the top of the thing and like breathe. I got it.
Oh, thank God. Is there any more of the ship that we can explore, or is that
Nah.
pretty much it? Okay.
Hop out of the water and shake myself
Not,
again.
not a bad haul.
I pass it to you. I'll let you pick it up. The
Okay.
stuff. I'm not gonna have it on me.
Okay, I don't trust you to carry it.
I didn't think you-
I'm glad that you. Yeah, I take it from you anyway.
Yeah. Azahari trusts Astrid, and I feel a little guilty. Azahari has a bad habit of, well, yeah.
Well, you have redeemed yourself.
Thanks. And I look at my claws and I'm like, hell yeah, I still got these babies.
In the distance.
Help!
And as you clamber up onto the deck of the ship and you look across, you hear as you see
Shit.
2 cliff racers
Oh,
flying in.
races
You
as
see a literal dozen slaughterfish, 2 drow like popping their heads out of the water and like shaking spears. If you can fight them, they can fight you. I would suggest you're hiding on the center of
I'm hiding on the center, but I'm just sort of like, stay back.
and it's just like a swarm of things, and Ferdinand just wet and looking like dejected, sitting on an island. And that's where we're going to leave the episode. Sorry, that's where we're going to leave it. It's too good, and there's too much to keep exploring, so we can't stop there. Hey, so thanks for playing. We'll pick it up next time.
Thank you.
And we'll go on one more adventure. See if you can finish the job.
Yeah.
So it might be a 5-parter rather than a 4-parter. Awesome. Well, hey, thank you to our patrons, our roleplay patrons. In some period of time, you'll be zooming across the screen.
Everyone.
We thank you. We're doing weekly vlog updates on our Patreon. We have a question of the day. We've got some patron NPCs that have been emailed who are going to be creating creating NPCs for potentially the Elder Scrolls, potentially the campaign.
Professor X
Yell Tetris.
Inferno Shadows.
Tickle Duck.
and AJ Macy.
And Time Blink, who is that mess of a name. Thank you very much to our major big tier patrons. So there's a bunch of cool patron stuff happening. Also access to VIP Discord. voice chat
Sounds
after parties for the campaign.
awesome.
It's an awesome club to be involved in. Hey, maybe you should check it out if you're enjoying this content, because we do an after party after the campaign
Yeah,
where you can
yeah, we do.
chat live in
fun.
Discord with the campaign crew. So it's not this crew, but it's Jazza, Rob, Jen, and myself. We love having you there, and it's a lot of fun. So yeah, check it out, and have a lovely week. And
We'll see for more Morrowind adventures.
yes,
Next
yes, this is me putting in intense bias and just being like, we're doing more Morrowind, whether you
It's
like
too
it or
much. I
not.
can't
Let's
leave
be
it.
honest, the two
Yeah.
times that you've done that, Morrowind and the Warhammer one, have been amazing.
I'm loving it. It's so fun. I love being in Morrowind.
Morrowind is amazing. I'm enjoying being in Morrowind, both in this and at home.
Awesome. Glad you're enjoying the game. Hey, and not that.
Wish I wasn't
Oh,
stuck
by
on a
now,
rock.
by now you've missed the Steam sale, but it was $4. So yeah, you should have
I've
bought.
missed
You
it,
should
haven't
have
I?
bought the Game of the Year Morrowind and given it a shot.
Damn.
Oh,
You still can.
All right.
Still can.
See you all, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.